What is the difference between a wise person and a learned one? Well, I would put it this way. The learned person is one who knows so much, while a wise person is one who knows that the more he knows, the more he discovers how little he knows. Our readings today make us aware of this distinction between being wise and being learned. Sa ating first reading, Job is overwhelmed by God's response to his laments. And his answer to God is, I will put my hand over my mouth. It's the more ancient version of saying, me and my big mouth. What Job is saying, from here on, I will restrain myself from speaking too soon or speaking too haphazardly about things I do not know. Otherwise, I might just end up saying stupid things. This is what people are moved to say, especially when they are awed, when they are overcome by a sense of wonder, when they are overwhelmed by a sense of mystery. They realize that in circumstances like these, the best thing to do is not to speak, but rather to be silent, to shut up. Our responsorial psalm today is from Psalm 139, and I am sure you are more familiar with it as a song because it was made into a liturgical song entitled Yahweh, You Are Near. And it is basically saying the same thing. The psalmist seems to realize how arrogant it is to say, I know God. That when I think of what I know about God, I realize that what I know is like a cup full of seawater drawn from the vast ocean. You remember St. Augustine? How he realized this when he was trying to understand the mystery of the Holy Trinity, how to capture it in a few words. And we're told that the Lord appeared to St. Augustine as a little boy, playing on the seashore, drawing with his hands a cup full of seawater, and running quickly to put it in a little hole in the sand on the seashore. And how Augustine ridiculed the boy about it, saying, how can you put all the water of the vast ocean into your little hole, my child? Only to be told by the child, but are you not doing exactly the same thing? What the psalmist is saying to himself in Psalm 139 is this: just when I think I know God, I realize it is actually the other way around. God knows me. No, it's not that you know God. God knows you. He says, He knows when I sit and when I stand. He knows my thoughts from afar. I cannot escape Him wherever I go, whether in heaven above or on earth below, or even under the earth, or even deep within myself. I realize how beautifully, how wonderfully He has made me and the rest of creation. Parang ganon ang sinasabi ng ating responsorial psalm today. And in the gospel, siguro nagtataka kayo, you might be wondering why such towns like Capernaum and Bethsaida are being cursed. Especially if we know that these are cities These were towns where Jesus actually circulated very often, where he was heard by a lot of people almost every day. Ah, well, that's precisely it. Dahil sa dalas siyang marinig, they got so used to him. They began to take him for granted because they thought they have heard him already. There was nothing new anymore in what he was saying. Yun yung delikadong attitude, you know. The most dangerous kind of attitude is when people begin to say, "Oh, I've been there. Oh, nothing is new. Oh, I heard it all. I know it all." Delikado yun. It is the attitude of the learned who are filled with pride or hubris or arrogance. They lose their sense of awe and their sense of wonder. And in effect, they stop knowing. And then they begin to become actually stupid in their learning.